And also, if you are in Wynne or LaSalle Parish, keep an eye to your southwest. We are continuing to monitor a storm that still has a tornado warning with it. We are waiting to see if that actually gets extended. Earlier, it was a little bit stronger. It had about 200 lightning strikes. Now it's got right about 188. So it's not as well organized as it was about 5-10 minutes ago. We're actually going to see round 2 right behind it, moving in right about 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So again, some of you may be asleep at this time, so make sure you are able to hear severe weather alerts. The dew points are going up with them, and that's what's adding to that oppressive feel of the air, and it's just thick outside. And well, that's also going to be adding to the heat index values. As of right now, it's not all that bad, but once we get into the 80s and 90s with the added sunshine, it is going to feel like 90 degrees or even 100 in some locations. But speaking of fizzling out, well, these are the remnants of subtropical storm Andrea, obviously not doing much of anything, and going to be completely gone and nothing to really worry about. And there's nothing else in the tropics that we're currently monitoring. But just a reminder, hurricane season officially starts next Saturday, so go ahead and start making a plan for it. Well, taking a look outside the KNOE tower cam, the rain is beginning to slack off ever so slightly, but still a lot of heavy rain as well as lightning out there in some locations, and we are still under a severe threat for the remainder of today. This is a slight risk that is a 2 out of 5, and our primary concerns are the possibility of strong damaging winds as well as the threat of flash flooding with some of these heavier rainfalls. Taking a look at radar right now, again, we do have some fairly heavy bands. The strongest of the actual thunderstorm activity is to the southern part of the viewing area, now moving out of Wynne Parish into Caldwell as well as parts of LaSalle. A lot of lightning is associated with this, as well as several flash flood warnings down in Wynne Parish as well as Morehouse and well as Ashley County. So again, if you are in any of these areas, it is still a little dark outside. Don't drive unless you absolutely have to, and keep an eye to the roadways as you may encounter something that is flooded or with trees or power lines down over it. And also, if you are in Wynne or LaSalle Parish, keep an eye to your southwest. We are continuing to monitor a storm that still has a tornado warning with it. We are waiting to see if that actually gets extended over towards y'all. But again, a lot of lightning is associated with this storm that is moving over Caldwell right now. Not severe warn just yet, but still something to keep an eye on as we head out through the remainder of this morning. But taking a look at the storm reports with last night's system as well as today's, several possible tornado reports as well as damaging wind reports. We've had several reports, again, of down trees, power lines, as well as shingles ripped off of houses, and even a damaging lightning strike out towards the northwest. And just since midnight, we have seen a lot of rain, not including the rain that we saw yesterday. We saw anywhere from about 2 3/4 inches out towards Shreveport. About an inch of rain has fallen in Ruston, 2 inches down in Natchitoches, only about a ½ inch in Monroe as of right now. But take a look at Greenville. Almost 4½ inches of rain has fallen just since midnight. That's been 6 hours. So a lot of rain is falling, and again, keep an eye to the roadways. This system is going to continue to track to the east, and well, it's going to get out of here right about lunchtime, but we are still going to see some lingering showers as well as thunderstorms throughout the remainder of the day. But getting a bit of a lull in the activity overnight tonight, but building back in once again for your Friday as well as into your Saturday and well as your Sunday. Going ahead and looking at our long range model again, we are going to see that kind of calm down overnight tonight, but building back in again for your Friday afternoon and evening, and once again for your Saturday as well as into your Sunday. The good news is towards Sunday, we actually are going to see that finally begin to ease up a bit towards Sunday afternoon and evening. So your Mother's Day is not going to be a complete washout, but I wouldn't recommend any outdoor plans as of now. And from now until Sunday, we're still expecting anywhere from possibly 3 to even 5 inches of rain in some locations, especially if you get caught under some of these heavy downpours or a training effect. That rain is just going to sit up on top of you. So again, if you haven't already, go ahead and download our app. That way you can get the most up-to-date information with this system, and again, that way you can get your severe warnings and make sure your sound is turned on so you can hear them if you are in the path of any of these storms. Looking at the next couple of hours, again, we are going to see the showers and thunderstorms kind of continue throughout the remainder of the day, but begin to slack off a bit towards this afternoon and evening, as well as through the overnight hours. But again, it is going to pick right back up for your Friday and Saturday. The good news is we're not really expecting any severe weather, but still that threat for flash flooding is going to be there. The good news is, again, next week's starting to look a little bit better than initially thought as we see the return of some sunshine for more than just a day. Looking outside the KNOE tower cam, plenty of sunshine to go around, but Unfortunately, that'll be a bit short-lived as we are already tracking our next weather maker. Take a look at this big spin out off the west coast. That will be here come Saturday afternoon and evening and lingering through parts of your Sunday as well. Going ahead and tracking it out. Friday's in the clear. We're going to have plenty of sunshine once again with a few clouds building in overnight Friday and into your Saturday. And we may see a few showers during the day on Saturday, but for the most part, the main rain is going to be arriving late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Here we are right about 11 p.m. Saturday night. The worst of it staying well off to our west, but it will begin to track over us and weaken ever so slightly, but we are still expecting the threat of severe weather for your Saturday night into early Sunday morning. But here we are right about noon Sunday. It's quickly tracking out of here, but we are going to see some lingering shower activity throughout the day on Sunday, as well as more showers returning for parts of your Monday as well as your Tuesday. But the good news is this isn't going to be a total washout. We're looking between now and, well, Tuesday morning, anywhere from a half an inch to possibly an inch and a half at most. This at least is going to be quickly moving out of here and is not bringing a lot of rain with it, but it is still bringing with it the threat of severe weather. We are in a marginal and a slight risk for severe. That is a 1 and a 2 out of 5. The good news is the enhanced risk is staying well off to our west, but we're still looking at the possible threat of tornadoes, hail, wind, but we're not really looking at a flash flood threat as of now. Again, these risks could possibly change as we are still 3 days out from this, but at least we have a general idea of what to expect. And again, this is going to be an overnight event, so make sure you have your severe weather alerts turned on to where you can hear them and we can wake you up while you're sleeping if we do have to push some warnings. But looking at temperatures right now, well, what's fueling the system is going to be the warm, moist Gulf air. Now that high pressure aloft is now shifting more towards the southeast, allowing the return of the southerly flow, and that's allowing the warmer temperatures as well as the moisture to filter back in. A couple of days ago, we were starting off in the 50s. The 50s are long gone. Now we're starting off in the mid to upper end of the 60s, and we'll be quickly jumping up into the 80s by around lunchtime, and well, we'll be topping out in the upper end of the 80s by this afternoon. We may even see a stray 90 in some locations with plenty of sunshine to go around, and temperatures will be falling back down into the mid-end of the 60s tonight with clear skies, and for the most part a very pleasant evening as we do have a nice southerly breeze to kind of help circulate that air. But tomorrow, very similar to today, just a hair warmer with plenty of sunshine to go around once again. Temperatures once again also jumping right back up into the upper end of the 80s with that stray 90 or 2. But we are going to start off Saturday on the right foot. We are going to see some sunshine, but again, those clouds and showers beginning to filter in throughout the remainder of the day with that severe weather moving through Saturday night into early Sunday morning. And, well, we're looking at the possibility of showers lingering through the start of next week as well as the return of the summer-like temperatures. Even overnight lows will be struggling to get into the 60s.
So maybe we'll be looking forward to some of that rain.
Yeah, the rain's going to be a nice little break from that heat because I know we're not quite ready to accept true summer.
Right.
Maybe just ease it in.
Sounds good.